Hi guys, we have a top 8, glam rock top 8 for a Tuesday. Yeah, 19th of September, Big Dog walked in with the fax was there. So here we are from head office. And I tell you what, number 8's quite sexual, isn't it, Mark? Come over, dreamy lady, to my bed.
Oh, dreamy lady, won't you come to my bed? Now is the right time to get acquainted with my head in my bed. Yeah. Starlight is shining. I said, baby, hold me tight. Moonbeams are twining in that portrait of my side. You're so right. Na 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 na. Well, you still love my la 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 la. Well, you still love my oh, dreamy lady, won't you come to my bed? Oh, night is the right time to get acquainted with my head in my bed. Na 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 na. Oh, well, you still love my la la la. Oh, baby, I need. Well, you still love my oh.
Dreamy lady from T-Rex, Mark Bolan, really on form. I love some of those late Mark Bolan records. They were class, pure class. The guy is class. There can be nobody that writes songs like Ride a White Swan. Ride a White Swan is absolute classic. So T-Rex coming in and Dreamy Lady, which is the number 8 song. And this was on the television in the 70s. And it's at number 7 for the Wombles. It's quite catchy, this one. Underground, overground. Oh yeah, Wombling free. Let's go, baby.
Underground, overground, wombling free. The wombles of Wimbledon, common are we. Making good use of the things that we find. Things that the everyday folks leave behind. Uncle Bulgaria, we can remember the days when he wasn't behind the time. Where there's none of the world, because the papers are taken to Tobermory. Wombles are organized, work as a team. Wombles are tidy and wombles are clean. Underground, overground, wombling free.
Dominated 1974, the Wombles.
Common are we.
Madame Chalet and all that. Oh yeah. We wish you a wombling Merry Christmas. You remember? Wombles are cool, baby. Big Dog likes the Wombles, don't you, Big Dog?
Notice us, they never see. Under their noses a womble may be. Womble by night and we womble by day. Looking for litter to trundle away. We're so incredibly, utterly devious, making the most of everything. Even bottles and tins, picked up
entry for the Wombles, and they're in at number 7, and that will get to number 2, but it'll only stay there for 1 week. Well, this is a glam rock chart, and it's September the 19th, Tuesday. How you getting on? You doing okay? David Bowie was last week's number 6, but he's down. Sorry, he was last week's number 3, and he's down to number 6.
Small jean genie snuck off to the city, strung out on lasers and slashback blazers, and ate all your razors while pulling the waiters, talking about Monroe and walking on Snow White. New York's a go-go and everything tastes nice. Poor little greenie. Ooh. Get back on it. Jean Genie lives on his back. The Jean Genie loves chimney stacks. His outrageous screams and he falls. The Jean Genie, let yourself go.
Glam rock's the best, baby. The 70s, love the 70s.
Sits like a man, but smiles like a reptile. She loved him, but just for a short while. She'll scratch in the sand, let go his hand. He says he's a beautician, sells you nutrition, keeps all your dead hair for making up underwear. Poor little greenie. Ooh. The Jean Genie lives on his back. The Jean Genie loves chimney stacks. He's outrageous, he screams and he moans. The Jean Genie, let yourself go. Sleeps in a capsule. Loves to be loved. Loves to be loved.
Jean Genie, Let Yourself Go. David Bowie, down 3 places, but it's been on the charts for 7 weeks. And Susie Quattro came in at number 8 last week, and she's up 3 places to number 5.
Hey, y'all wanna go down to Double Gate Drive?
Yeah, big dog. This is heading towards number 1. No doubt about it. Susie's number 1, baby.
Welcome to the dive.
The girl from Detroit. Let's go.
1, 2, 3. Go!
ago, I was playing that in my bedroom. And I was about 11 years old, 12 years old actually. Here I am 50 years later, playing the same record. Sounding good as ever. Susie rocks, baby. Big dog Susie rocks. Big dog Susie rocks. Big dog Susie rocks. Big dog Susie rocks. You know what, guys? I haven't grown up. I'm living in a time zone. Susie Quattro in our chart, and she was in my chart in 12 years old. So let's move on then. This is a great chart, and Susie will be heading towards number one with that record. She's up 3 places, Devilgate Drive, but it will get to number one. And here's another record. Last week it's number 7. It's this week's number 4. And it was produced by the same guy that produced all the Gary Glitter records, Mike Lavender. It's Hello, Baby. At number 4, yeah.
I know something about love. Got to want it bad. If that man gets into your blood, go out and get him. If you want it to be always by your side. If you want it to always think of you, you gotta turn back. You're never gonna need it. Turn back. Oh, turn on it. Turn right now. I know something about love. Got to want it bad. If that man gets into your blood, so I get you. If you want it to be always by your side. If you want it to always think of you, you gotta turn back. You're never gonna need it. Turn back. Oh, turn on it. Turn right now. Ever since the world began, being that faithful man and women were created to make love our destiny. But what did you love me? So complicated. I know something about love. Got to want it bad. If that man gets into your blood, so I can get you. If you want it to be always by your side. If you want it to always think of you, you gotta turn back. You're never gonna leave it. Turn back. Oh, turn on.
Hello, and yeah, hello, baby. It's number 4. So we've moved on to the top 3 very quickly. We're into the top 3, and the top 3, as always, the top 3 are absolute bangers. If I was to say to you, Noddy Holder and Jimmy Lee, we're talking about Slade, aren't we? We have a banger of a track, the Bangin' Man from Slade. Number 3, this is class, baby.
When you wake up in the morning, you can't remember much about the night before. Then the lady who's beside you gets up, she goes right out and locks the bathroom door. And your head won't stop singing, the phone won't stop ringing. Your plane is gonna leave at 12:15. It's close to 6 o'clock before you got to know a little Look at the banging man.
killer track, baby.
From the door and stand
This kicks. This is top notch. The Bangin Man. Yeah, Slater, cool, baby. Look out the Bangin Man. Look out the Bangin Man. Classic. This is fantastic. Bangin Man from Slade. There is this guy, he runs a YouTube channel, and he's slightly younger than me, 4 years younger than me. So he would have been in 1972, he would have been 6 years old. So he would have really known nothing about Mark Bolan or T-Rex or even Slade. When you're 6, are you telling me you're a 6-year-old, you go out and buy the records? Yeah, don't talk stupid. When I was in 1972, I was 10 years old, and I was old enough to understand Medagaroo, and I brought Medagaroo and I brought Children of the Revolution. That's when I started buying the T-Rex records and Slade, and I brought Mama We're All Crazy Now. Well, I didn't, my mum and dad did after a few tantrums. Yeah, get this record, Mum. I'm jumping up and down. Buy this record, Mum. I want Children of the Revolution. And when my dad brought it, I played it about 50 times on a trot. I tell you, and I still love it now. It's still my favourite record. Well, this guy, right? He runs a YouTube channel, and he said that he got into T-Rex in 1980. Would you believe it? He got into T-Rex in 1980. It was all over by 1980, but it doesn't matter. I mean, if you get into T-Rex, that's good. It doesn't really matter. It's not a question of him getting into it in 1980, but I mean, he makes out he knows everything about T-Rex. And do you know what he said about this next record? He said it was garbage. How on earth can you be a T-Rex fan and call this next record garbage? And you hear what he said about that Bangin Man from Slade. He reckons the B-side's better. And he also reckons that Alvin Stardust didn't sing My Cockatoo. Someone else did, a session musician, Pete Shelley. You know, that guy that says, G baby. Well, he's not really a session musician. He's a good singer in his own right. And he also said that Dynamite, you know, that song by Mud, was offered to the Sweet. Now, that's about the most interesting thing that he's ever said, really. Can you imagine the Sweet singing Dynamite? She looks in like this like dynamite. Unfortunately, we can't play that song in the charts. I love that song by Mud, Dynamite. You know, the one that says, she walks in looking like dynamite. Apparently, Chin and Chapman offered that record to the Sweet. Can you imagine the Sweet singing Dynamite, Brian and Andy, the treatment they would have given that record? But he said, this guy that runs the channel, he said the Sweet turned it down. That record, Dynamite. She walks in looking like dynamite. Anyway, we've reached our number 2 slot, and the guy who says all these things reckons this next one by T-Rex is crap. That's what he said, and he claims to be a T-Rex fan. On his channel, he shows loads of T-Rex singles, but he claims that this record is crap. But he's not really listening, because Mark is fantastic. Honestly, this record is good, and it comes in at number 2, guys, a brand new entry. It's called Laser Love, And listen to it. It's so catchy. How this guy has the nerve to call himself a T-Rex fan, and how he has the nerve to say this is crap. You know what Mark says in this record? You move on up, you move on back. Your laser love is like a heart attack. I love that bit when Mark says you move on up, you move on back. Your laser love is like a heart attack. If you're tuning in tonight, you know you are. I know you are. But I like you. I think you're all right. You're a cool guy. I like you because you are a T-Rex fan and a David Bowie fan. But to say this is crap, I mean, I don't know how any T-Rex fan could say a record's crap. But I like this when Mark says, "You move on up, you move on back. Your laser love is like a heart attack." So catchy. You move on up, you move on back. Have a listen, guys. This is good. Number 2, new entry. Yeah! You move on up, you move on back. This is a classic. Your laser love is like a heart attack. You move on up, you move on back. Your laser love is like a heart attack. That was 1 year before Mark was suddenly killed. 1976. See, Mark was still producing great records. So brand new at number 2, and that's T-Rex and Laser Love. You move on up, you move on back. Your laser love is like a heart attack. Will it get to number 1? Well, I tell you what, it's going to be hard pushed because this record is going to be there for some time. It's time for the siren. interesting, doesn't it? The Sweet having Dynamite. I wish they would have done that one.
Someone say we just haven't got a clue what to do. Does anyone know the way? There's got to be a way. The cops are out, they're running about. Don't know if they'll ever be able to block Buster out. He's gotta be caught, he's gotta be taught, 'cause he's more evil than anyone here ever thought. Does anyone know the way? Hear someone say does anyone know the way? There's got to be a way.
That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the charts, the top 8. Sorry about the wombles. Won't do that again.
Hear someone say
Maybe some of you enjoyed it.
clue what to do. Does anyone know the way? There's got to be a way.
It was a big hit in the 70s anyway, in the top 10. Oh yeah, we have everything here on the 70s channel. This is good though, isn't it? Blockbuster. Take care, guys. Tuesday night, we'll have another glam rock chart pretty soon. This is brilliant, this Blockbuster. Oh, I love this record. Blockbuster's #1 by The Sweet in this chart.